my phone. 16 missed calls. Sorry I was busy, but I missed a job. You see me ballin' in my bitch ball.
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Paris and welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning into yet another video. And if you're new to this channel, hi girl, I hope that you do stick around and become part of the family. This is another episode, which is episode 2 of Makeup Tuesdays by Paris. I hope that you do enjoy this video and learn a thing or two. Let's get straight into the videos. As you can see by the title of this video, today we are doing underpainting, which focuses more on the placement and just the steps that you do when doing your makeup. I would say that underpainting is more like testing your blending skills and also the placement of the products that you use. In this video, we are not going to be focusing on the products, but just the placement and how you blend your products when you're doing the underpainting method. So underpainting is basically one of the methods of doing makeup if you want to do like a full glam. Mostly it is used for like everyday makeup look or no makeup looks. So I'm not gonna be talking about the products that I'll be using today, but just mind the placement and everything that I am doing. I'm going to start off with my contour and just look at how I place my products. So we are starting here on the jawline, in which we focus the product on top of our jawline, where you are going to place your blush again, and then here we focus on this area, just this jawline. So that's where we are going to be blending. And for the forehead, well, it's up to you here on how you want to place your how much product you want to put here, like your contour. So I'm not going to be talking much about it, but it is really up to you. Just knowing the steps is very important. And again, here I focus on my jawline, as you can see, the side and also the side, and my jawline again, and the nose. I would say that with the products that you use when doing your underpainting, it's very important you can't be using like mattifying products because they can dry out very quickly. I'm highlighting now. I'm using a highlighting concealer to conceal. It's just these steps is basically just putting on your products and knowing how to blend, and you can't use like really mattifying products because it's gonna dry out quickly, and by the time you want to blend you can't really blend. So I'm just gonna put a bit here because I want this look to be a no makeup look, you know. And I'm also gonna put a bit here, and here I'm not placing it under my eyes, but just here and here, and also my forehead. So with the forehead, it also depends because some people have a smaller forehead and I have a big forehead, so I just want to make it a bit smaller. Hence I'm putting so much product, and then I'm putting on the bridge of my nose like that. So before we blend this, some people prefer putting on the blush again, in which you're going to place here. But for me, because this is a beginner friendly tutorial, I just want to show you how the steps go out. I would just want to show you how to do all the steps, but if you are getting used to doing this type of makeup method, you can also just put your blush right away. So for blending, I'm going to be starting off with my contour, and you know the brush has to be a little slanted on the side and also a bit round, but it's up to you honestly, because some people prefer using a straight brush which can be round but flat here. And we are starting off blending the jawline, and we are dragging the products onto our neck like that. You just really have to blend. The trick is blending, guys. The trick is blending. And this side again, blend. Make sure to blend your products. Makeup is very versatile, and I feel like as long as you know what goes where, you would know how to do any type of makeup method. So this is underpainting, and underpainting just requires blending and knowing how to do your steps. And then I'm just gonna go on to my forehead, and I'm blending towards my hairline, and you don't have to put like a lot of products. You can just build up as you go. Just put small products, and then if it's not that pigmented or it's not showing, you can go in again and put more products again. As you can see, my forehead is getting a bit smaller, and I am still going to be blending this. And then for the jawline here, that's where the tricky part is, because you just want to focus upwards, and also making sure that you do not disturb your highlight here. So I'm just gonna do this very, very slow, like so. Exactly. What I mean about the placement of the product is that it has to sculpt your face, like we are building here, okay? Like we are building, so we need to sculpt the face. If you have like a bigger face or a chubby face, you have to make sure that your face has structure. Basically, it's all about structure and sculpting your face. Exactly. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but this side has a bit of a structure. As you can see here, we are creating shadows basically on our face with the contour. And this side again. Just blend, guys. Blend and trust the process. Blend and trust the process. Take your time. You don't have to rush. We are not going anywhere, so you just have to take your time, honestly. Exactly. I don't know if you can tell by now, but we have like a structure on our face, or just you can see how sculpted our face is. And you can still go in again with the excess products on the brush. No need to put more products unless you have like put a little product on your face. And then before I blend my nose, the nose contour, I'm just going to blend now the highlights. And then for this step again, I'm going to be using a brush, and you just wanna do this slowly, because we also don't want the product to spread, but just to remain here, like so. And we are done for the chin, and we come here. Like that. Now for the eyes, we are starting here, down here, and we are dragging, not really dragging, but we are blending downwards, so that the product, by the time we get here, we don't have much products, because it's not gonna crease that way, you see. And here, don't be afraid to drag it towards your contour again, so that it can blend. And don't worry about looking like, I don't know, as if you're crazy or something, but you have to look up and blend under your eyes, so that, I don't know if you can see, but this, we won't crease, like my eye won't crease. I didn't put much products, especially here. and then we blend. We just keep on blending like that. Okay, and this side again, focus on blending towards your contour downwards, if I may say, and this one you just drag it like that so it can create that cat eye thingy here on under your eyes. Don't be afraid, because this we are still going to blend. That's it. If you are seeing that your product is not blended the way that you want, you can still continue and blend. And then yeah, that's it. We are going to do our forehead now, and I'm also just focusing here around this area, so that, because if you focus or if you just spread your products here, your concealer on your forehead will look a little bigger, and we don't want that, because I already have like a bigger forehead naturally. So I hope that you do understand now that makeup is all about building and creating features for your face basically. And we are going to do our nose, the highlights before the contour. Okay, we're going to fix this because I dragged my contour a little bit with my brush, but we're going to fix that. Don't worry. Our contour we can now just blend, and you just wanna drag it a bit to come near your eyes, and also blend downwards on your nose just to create that bridge, a nice slim nose. Your makeup doesn't have to look like mine, and whenever we can all do the makeup, but it won't look the same because we have different faces. And yeah, it's just all about knowing the steps and knowing the how to blend. Basically, it's all about technique, you know. And it is so fun because you can still like do all those methods, or just, you know, as long as you know your steps and know how to blend, then you can find what you want, what you like. And if I had an eyeshadow here, I would also drag it here a bit so that it creates that shadow. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's that thing I've created here, a sculpt. My nose is so sculpted right now. And then we can go in again with the just like that. Exactly. Now that we look like this, we can take a clean brush and just blend slowly everything together, so that we can really see where your contour is starting and finishing basically. And don't press, but just blend as if you are just moving, you are sweeping. Okay, as if you are sweeping like that, like that. Here we're just making sure we see everything is looking good. And for the nose, we also just wanna blend. Exactly. As you can see now, you can't really tell what is going on my face, whether I have makeup or not. For blush, we are putting it here. Maybe you can smile so you can see where to put your blush, but just above your jawline here, like this, near your cheeks. And blush blindness is a real thing, so you don't want to look like, I don't know, a peach or a red tomato. So just make sure that you put enough and you know how to blend. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. And now we can blend our blush, and look at how my brush is moving. I'm just going in circular motion but slowly, because I also want it to come up here, you see. And some people put it like on their eyes too, so that it blends like that. Yes, can you see, guys? Can you see how cute is that? And then on the side again, you can see how my brush is moving, and I'm doing this very slowly, very slowly. I'm not rushing, I'm not going anywhere. So like that, yeah, I think that's fine for me, because I'm not really a blush girly like that, and I don't like blush, man. Hey, I don't know, maybe I haven't found my colors, but I'm more into the orangish blush, you know, before. Yeah, I'm just into the orangish colors, like your sunset vibes, yeah, in which I can still do, but I haven't found the perfect color that I want. And then we can go in again with the brush that we use to blend everything, and just tap 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 just a bit, just so that the blush blends with everything that we have put on our face, especially here on our cheeks. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now we are going to put foundation, but we are not going to put it all over our face, but just where we didn't put anything, just like here. There's a little gap here that you can see. We see there's no products, so I'm just gonna tap 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 a bit, you know. You see the way I'm doing it, it was here, but I'm just tapping it off so that I don't have too much foundation. And this is how much I have, and I'm just gonna tap that in here, just to cover up the places where I didn't put anything. And also you can still use foundation just to blend everything together if maybe the products are too much, or maybe you don't like the highlights. Yeah, just like that. We don't really have to put too much foundation, like that. And then here on my forehead, I'm just using the excess product just to blend everything together again with the same brush I used for foundation. I don't know if it's showing, but I think I put a little too small products, but it's fine. It's honestly fine. Here we go. For powders, we are still using the same step, and you can use, I'm going to be using a beauty blender, but you can use the same brushes if you want. And I'm just going to use a pressed powder. I'm starting off with a pressed powder today for my under eyes, and just wherever that way I have highlighted, like that, before I put banana powder again. And use your hands to tap off anything, like if the product is too much, just use your hands. And as you can see, I'm still dragging it towards my contour and my blush, and you see, just to set that. And my chin here, the forehead again, and the nose just a bit like that. And then now we're going to do our contour, and I'm gonna start off with my forehead like that. So jawline, I'm still using the steps that I used when I was putting on my concealers, in which I'm using the same blending method or technique to blend the powders, just to place the powders. Where you put your contour, you are still going to put it again on top of the blush. Like, it's okay, it's fine, don't worry, we will fix that, okay? Just to create that shadow again. Exactly. And then for the nose again, don't forget your eyes. I'm sure by now you can see where we are going, okay, with this look. And then we can still take our powder blush and put a bit powder blush, because our blush that we used is not too pigmented. And just smile if you're not sure about the placement of the blush again, like that. And you can see I'm still using the same blending technique to blend my blush again. Honestly, underpainting is not really that hard, but you just have to know what goes where, and then you can still do this. You can still do this. I trust you, because yeah, I know you can do this. After watching this, I know that you can do this, okay? And yeah, so just because this is no makeup look, I'm not feeling a banana powder today, so I'm just gonna put a setting powder just to set the whole face. And then we are going to use a powder just to set the whole face. I'm not doing a banana powder today. We are setting everything together. Like that. And we can do our setting spray now. And we're gonna just let that sit. Now we can do our lips as we're waiting for the setting spray to set. And like that. And I'm taking a brush again, just this type of a brush, and I'm just, just blending my liner. Like that. And we're going to be using this juicy berry lip tint and a cheek balm. It is very oily. It's more like a gloss, but it tints your lips. On top of that, I'm still going to put a gloss. Like that. And this is the face, right? So let me change. This is the final look, and I am so obsessed. Okay, I love the look. Like, it's more natural, like it's really okay. So don't forget to comment down below, tell me which step were you struggling with, or what did you learn about this makeup tutorial in today's video. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.